Good morning, all of you. At today's topic, we will cover the remaining part of the joins. In that section, we'll discuss about the left join or left outer join, as well as a right outer join. And after that, we'll discuss about the union. Before starting the lecture, in the last lecture, we discussed about the difference between the inner join and full outer join. We discuss how we'll retrieve the data and what are the symmetric and asymmetric values are there. So make a note of that. In the inner join and full outer join, they are symmetric. Okay, what does it mean? Whenever if you want to change the table from left to right or right to left, it won't be changed. Okay, that means we can change the table names. Okay, for example, first of all, I will use table 1 inner join, table 2, or table 2 outer join, table 1. We'll get the same result. Okay, we may talk about the left outer join, and when we talk about the right outer join, in that section it is asymmetric. Okay, so in that case we cannot able to change the table names. Okay, if you want to use a left, then first of all we use the left table, and after that we need to provide the right table. Okay. So in that section, if we're trying to change the table name, the whole concept will be changed and we get the different output. So make a note of that. So in the left outer join and the right outer join, we cannot able to change the table names. Okay. So let's start the operation. A left outer join results the set of record that are in the left table. If there is a no match with the right table, then result are null. So make a note of that. Assume that if we have two tables, table names are the registration and login, and if you're trying to retrieve the data using a left table or left outer join, in that section we get all data of left table and we get a concern matches of left table with right table, and if the records are not matched, then we get the null value. Okay, so it's quite easy, just concept. For example, I have these two tables. First one is a registration table is there, and the second one is a login table is there. Okay, so this one is a table one, and this one is a table two. And I want to apply the left outer join. We can say that left outer join, or we can say that simply left join. We can use both the keywords. Okay, we get the same result. Don't worry about that. So when the this is the registration table and this one is a login. If the I am applying the logic of left outer join on this table, then we get all records of the first table along with matches of another table. Along with matches of another table. Okay, so that is about the left outer join. So in that case, we cannot reverse the table name. Okay, if we're trying to reverse the table name in that section, we get all record of this table along with matches of first table. Okay, we will cover all the points. We'll perform practical also. Don't worry about that. Just understand the concept. Okay, so this is about left outer join. Okay, so for example, I will show you the difference that just draw one diagram also. Here that this one is a table 1 and table 2. Say that. Well, now I want to apply the left outer join. So in that section, we get all the records. Okay, so here I will show you in the diagram. I will get the records. I apply the left outer join. We get all the data. All the data. Okay, exclusive in table 2. We did not get this data. Okay, so assume that this white color we did not get, we get only the table 1, and also we get the matches. Okay, matches of table 2. Okay, in left outer join. How will do that? This is the Venn diagram, and I already specified in the PPT. See, we get the all data inside in table 1. That means that the data which is match and the data is not match, we get all the data, but we did not get the data in the table 2. So we get the data in table 1. Make a note of that. Okay, so So in that case, अगर matches है तो matches मिलेंगे, अगर value match नहीं हो रहे तो we will get the null value. So see here, if there is a no match with the right table, the result are null. Make a note of that. अगर match नहीं हो रहा है, then we will get the result as null. Okay, so this one is a syntax. Select all from table one left join, or we can say that left outer join. We can use both the keyword, and we'll try for that also. On table one dot column match and table two dot column match. Okay, so we get all the data. Assume that, so this is the example. We already discussed about that example. In that we have these two tables, registration table and login table. And I have these two attributes, ID and name, having with some values. These are the records 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are the names. So we already discussed about this concept in the inner join and for outer join. This concept was just we need to organize one conference, and for that conference we required a registration. So we spread a document in that user can register themselves for attending the workshop or attending the conference. So among that, five employees are registered for the conference. And on the day of conference, we provide the login details. So after that, by using that login details, the employees are logging into the conference and they successfully attended the conference. And we have some amount of data who attended the conference. So this one is a registration table and this one is a attended conference data. So among the five employee, only two employees are attended the just among the registered five employees, only two employees are attended the seminar, and the additional two employee who did not register themselves in registration first, but they attended the seminar, or you can say that they attended the conference. Okay, so these two tables we have. These are the very basic examples because we need to understand the concept. If you get the concept, then we can understand the full outer join, left outer join, right outer join. So that's why I specified a very basic operation. And this such a type of operation will be performed in earlier lecture. I really told that this such a type of operation will be performed at ETL process. Okay, so we'll discuss about the ETL process, and for that we need to understand the concept of big data. What is a Hadoop? What is a big data? How will do that? What is a name node? What is a master node? And what is the role of Hayu, HBase, like that stuff? And after that, we can do the ETL process. Okay. So in that section, the join operation will be performed. Also, there is another area where we can use the join. So, for example, if you are working in a reputed company as a DBA, database administrator, and your manager or any other employee wants a record or wants data according to their convenience. So for that reason, they want the data from 3 table, 4 table. In that section, we cannot use a single query. Make a note of that. If you want to gather, if you want to collect the data from 2 or more tables, make a note of that. If you want to collect the data from 2 or more tables simultaneously, in that section, we need to use joins only. Otherwise, we cannot use to retrieve. Okay, for that, we can retrieve from table 1. After that, we can retrieve from table 2. After that, we can retrieve from table 3. After that, we can say that join does data, but there is an inconsistency maybe occurred into that data. So for that, it is a company recommendation or in the corporate recommendation. If you want to retrieve the data from 2 or more tables, we can use 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be. So in that section, just we need to use a join operation. And in that join, we have 4 different kinds of join. We already learned about inner join. We already learned about the full outer join. Now we need to learn about the left join and right join. So now just we need to apply here the logic of left outer join. In that section C, first of all, I will check for the registration table, and later I will check for the what we say the login table. Don't worry, we'll do one by one operation. So for that, just I will according to you, just we'll discuss about that. According to you, what result we get? Okay, when I apply the left outer join, what result we get? We get the all data of the registration table. That means we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as well as we get the A, B, C, D, okay, E. Okay. Also from the table 2, we get a certain records. Okay. Those who match because according to the diagram, see diagram में पूरा समझ में आता है. So we have these two tables. First one is the registration and second one is the login. So this part, okay, यहाँ से 70 जो आता है, in that section we get the match entries. Okay, means we can say that some parts is occurred in the table 2. That means these are the matches. Okay, we get unique value as well as we get the matches. Okay, so that means according to that diagram, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as well as we get A, B, C, D, E, and as well as we get the matches also. Okay, that means we get 1 A. If it is not available in the other table, we get the null value. Okay, if you try to retrieve the name only. 2B, registration is available and login. So in that case, we get the B also. C is not available, we get the null value. D is available, we get the D. E are not available, we get the null value. So let's try to check it's working. So for that, we need to open the PG admin. If you didn't get the concept, let me know. We'll discuss more. Okay. So just first understand the basic concept, and if you have a problem, we will revise the session. Now in that section, we need to use a password database. Just for the database, our database is PES College, PSU College. Right click it and click on the curator. Afterwards, just we need to check the tables. I think we have already created these tables, registration, reg table, and login table. Just check out the data if we have. First of all, I will select the data from select all. From the table name is registration. First of all, I use that we have only 4 rows. So don't worry about that. It is not working properly. So now we get the data. See, we have ID as a primary key, we have name attribute and certain primary key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and certain amount of data is A, B, C, D. That means we have a data. Okay. Now let's check for the login table. Does we have data or we need to create it? No, we have the same data. Now we need to apply our logic. Okay. So in that section, we need to apply our logic. So here I will explain both ways. Okay, so I will explain first. I will took the table 1 and later on I will join with left outer join with table 2 and later on I will use table 2 left join with table 1. See, we get the different kinds of data. Okay, in symmetric nature we get the same result when we replace the tables. Okay, so like full outer join, and when we talk about the inner join, we get the same data. But in left outer join and right outer join, we get the different data. Why? Because asymmetric. Nature is asymmetric. Let's do the practical. So here I will retrieve, select all from the my table name is Reggie. Now I want to use left outer join with a table name called as a login. Here I will break the statement. If you want to write in a single line, then you can, but we need to use a different options. Okay, so here I will use on. So we need to find a common attribute. In both the table, we have a common attribute as a name. So here I will use reg dot name first to reg, sorry, login dot. We get the data, select all records from the regi, left outer join, login on left on regi.name and is equals to login.name. So this is the unique attribute. So we need to match it. So just terminate that statement and trying to execute that statement between two. See, we get the data. First of all, make a note of that while executing the query. So it will select all the records from the region. Select the all record of it. First of all, check it. ID and name is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. ABCD is there. So that means it will retrieve all the data available in the registration table. Now, afterwards, it will combine the table whose name is login. So in that section, those entry who match with registration, which will be displayed, and those who are not matched will display as a null value. Make a note of that. I already specify in the definition. See, if there is a no match with the right table, the result are null. So in that case, we get the result as null. But make a note of that. We have ABCD as the attributes, so ABCD as a records in registration. And we have some different kinds of records like BDHZ. In that section, we did not get H, we did not get Z. Okay, why? Because here I am applying the concept of left outer join. So that means it will focus on only left table. So according to you see, so first the registration is a left side of login. Registration is the left side of login. That means it will retrieve the data of registration. Make a note of that. This is about the left outer join. And even we can use, see here I don't want to use the outer keyword, then we get the same data. Don't worry about it. We get the same data. Okay. So that means when we use left outer join, it will get generate same result. And if you want to use just only left join, then also we can use. Don't worry about that. But we get the same data as the left outer join and left join. We get the same data. Now we'll discuss further more. See, I already told that example. This one is a left outer join. Now this is my query. What if we want spell mistake, if we want only, or what if want only wanted entries unique to table A. So if we want चाहिए था, if we what if we want only wanted and what only entries unique to table A, those rows found in table A and not found in, मुझे ऐसा रिकॉर्ड चाहिए कि जो टेबल ए के अंदर चाहिए बट वो टेबल बी के अंदर नहीं चाहिए. That means duplicates value. That means instead of that duplicates we can say that match value we did not require. Just assume that this diagram we need to apply the left outer join. Yes, we required a left outer join. But we did not require this matches value. Why? Because some entries are available in A which are common to B, but we did not require this entry. Did not require this. So in that case, we need to use a where clause. Okay. So here we need to provide the where clause. So we get the result. So we get the result as a unique. That means अगर मेरे पास registration है, in that case, those who did not attend the conference, we require that data. Those who did not attend the conference, we require that data. Those who attended the conference, we get that data already. Okay, by using left join or by using inner join, we get that data. But right now, we require only those who are not attended the conference from table A. We require that data. For that, just we need to file a query for that. So here select all from the registration, it's okay. Left join, it's okay. Let add another table called as login, it's also okay. On the matching table, it's also okay. Now here we need to provide one clause called as a where. Where we need to provide one clause called as a where, and in that section we need to apply the logic. Okay. So here where I will apply the logic for the lazy the table name, and here we need to do require all the data and which is not null. Okay, so in that I will use ID. Now, see, those we have ID as a null will retrieve that value. Okay, that means we get the unique value. Just execute it. We just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just I will execute, re-execute it. See, we did not require this value. We already collected this value, but for another table, we require a null value. Okay, so that means here we need to specify the condition for table 2. That means login. That use login dot l underscore id is now it's L underscore ID is null. So trying to execute it. So we get this unique data. See, those who are registered for the conference but not attended the conference. Those who are registered for the conference but not attended the conference. If this employer attended the conference, then we get the zero data. Okay. We all know that we have these two tables, registration table and login table. Those who are registered, among that only two, that means B and D, are attended the conference. The rest of three are not attended the conference. I'm now talking about the login table, because in the login table also there are two employees H and Z who are not registered but they attended the conference. So when we perform the reverse operation, we get the different kinds. Okay. So like that, we can use this operation. Also, if you want to use only match entry, then just put it not null. So not null, that means we get the actual data, those who registered and applied. So आपकी ऊपर use होता है ये कि कैसे करना है like that, which record you want, what type of record you want, what are the certain conditions like that. Okay. So just wait. And this I will perform the same operation in reverse order. So because it is asymmetric or asymmetric in nature, so we need to specify whether it is asymmetric or symmetric. We perform this operation in full outer join, inner join, and we will replace the table names. So in that case, we get the same data, but in that section, see, here I'm trying to use the first table name as a login, and later I'm trying to change the table name as a registration. We get different. In that case, it will collect the all record from what? We did not get such a type of data. Okay. In that section, we did not get such a type of data. And I'm trying to execute it. See, we get the different kinds of data. We get the different kinds of data. So in that section, we get the another data. After join is performed and we get the another data. Just 1 minute. Select all from the logins left join with the reg on login.name is equals to reg dot. Match नहीं हो रहा था because first it will check for the reg.name, so that's fine. Okay. So make a note of that. जो name आपने pass किया first, so we need to pass the attribute of first. Okay. So in that section, see, first of all, it will collect all the data from the login table, and after that it will match. After that it will match. So first it will match B with B, it's match. D with D, it's match. H is employee who did not register himself for conference, but he is attended the conference. That is the employee who did not register himself for the conference, but he attended the. For that reason, in the registration page, we get the null value. Registration page, we get the null value. Can I say that? Can I say that left outer join or left join? We can use left or left outer join is asymmetric Yes. Symmetric? Yes. So what is asymmetric and symmetric? Make a note of that. Symmetric means similar in nature. Similar in nature. That means A is equals to B and B is equals to A. So that term called as a symmetric in nature. A key value 10 and B key value 10, then we can say that it is symmetric. Both values are same. Okay. Asymmetric means different value. Make a note of. So asymmetric means different values. So see, you have already executed that example. We already executed that example. And when we trying to provide the registration as a first name and login as a later on name, so we get the different kinds of data. Now when I try to execute that data, we get different kinds of data. See, we can perform a where clause also. So here I will use where. What we now we need to apply for the registration. So here I will use regi.id. We get the unique data at the. So in the diagram, I think this one is a diagram. This one is a diagram for what? Table A and table B. अब ये table B इधर जाएगा और table A इधर आएगा. We get that unique data. That means हमने table का नाम change किया है. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. So we get only unique data. ये unique ही data मिलेगा. Duplicate और matching. Duplicate कहने से अच्छा matching data नहीं मिलेगा. We can say that it's exclusive. Exclusive है. Inclusive नहीं रहेगा. This part will be removed further. Get the we get that data. Okay, so this is a quite easiest operation. So if you want to try, if you want to perform this on the existing databases, so we already we can also perform that operation, but we did not get the concept. So that's why I created this two tables and I apply the logic. So यही best way है learning के लिए choice कैसे work करते हैं. So that's why I created the table. So let me know if you have any query regarding that. Does anyone have a query regarding the left outer join? So paste it in chat box. There is no need to unmute yourself. Here, Pratik says clear. Father, Shazaz, Swapnil, Omkar, Om. Did you get that, or is there any need? Yeah, Ankita. Now, if we can say that if you clear the concept, this concept, then the next concept is quite easy and it took very less time. If you know the left after left join, then easily we get the knowledge of right outer join or right join. Okay, so just I will draw some diagrams so you will get the better regarding that. Do this. I will create two tables for you. Yeah. So this one is a table A. One we can say that or A. It's table 2. Now we need to apply the concept of right outer join. We need to apply the concept of right outer join. So now, whenever we need to apply the right outer join, we need to make sure about that we require a data of right side. Require a data of right side. So for that, just we need to use a syntax select all from the table one. Okay. And after that, we need to use right outer join with the table name, another table name, and after that, the matching. Okay. So just I have created that. और इसके अंदर थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है डायग्राम के अंदर ना रिमूव हो जाता है पूरा is the right outer. That means we get the all data from right side. अब vice versa किया है इसलिए confuse नहीं होना है आपको. Okay, like we already did table 1 with table 2 and table 2 with table 1. So don't confuse about that. Make a note of that. Whenever we use a right outer join, we require a right side data. We require a right side data. So this is the Venn diagram. And after that, just we need to use a where clause to remove the middle part. So we can use that. Okay. So just we'll understand the concept and after that we'll use that data. Okay. So this is a expected is a right side data. ये ऑलरेडी हमने देखा था बट ये रिवर्स केस में दिखा था. So for that just we'll use right outer join in the practical section so you will get the better idea. So select everything from see link called as a regi. So that here I will use right outer. We can also use a right join. Okay, so don't worry about that outer keyword. So the right outer join will get the same result as a right join. Will use but ये standard है इसलिए इसे सभी right outer join ही कहते हैं. Select all from regi right outer join with a table called as a login and after that just we need to use on that we need to use matching clauses. So here I will use regi dot in is equals to login and trying to execute that we get the data. See पहली पहली बार हमने यही रिजल्ट मिला था हमें बट इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है ये एट्रीब्यूट के अंदर भी डिफरेंस था एंड सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आपने टेबल नेम चेंज किया था सिलेक्ट ऑल फ्रॉम लॉगिन रहा select all from login. So here just make a note of that. आपको conditions identify होने चाहिए. Okay. So for example, here I am trying to retrieve the data of right table. I don't want to retrieve the data of left table. I want to retrieve the left table, then we can use the left outer join. Okay. So this one is a right outer join. So we get the data. So first of all, it will select all the data of right side, and after that, it will matches from the it will match the entries. Okay, so B is matched with B, D is matched with D. That means the person who registered himself for the conference and the person who attended the conference, we get that data. And later on, this H and Z, which the person H and the Z, they did not attend themselves for conference, but they attended the conference by using the login. So if the data is not matched in the left outer join, or we can say that in right outer join, we get the null value. We get the null value. ये थोड़ा सा ना tricky है. We can say that just do the practical. Assume that you need to create this registration table and login table and try to perform execute the QDs. Okay, so you need to clear the all concept. If you get the all concept, then you can say that you are able to do the operations. Okay, so just I will revise this session quickly in that section. So for example, if you want to use a where clause, so where clause can I able to use? Yes, you can use. So here I am trying to use a where clause, but where we need to apply? Okay, we need to apply for table 2, that means login. So where here I will apply where logins login dot real underscore id. Okay. What we need to do is so make a note of that. Here we did not apply for that. So we need to apply for registration table. जहाँ null value हो गया वहाँ हम apply करेंगे. Okay. So here I will apply regi dot id is null. We get the perfect match. Not null. Not null means कैसा डेटा मिलेगा हमें just quickly revise white color so this is white color Okay, so we get that data. Okay, so when we pass registration ID is not null. Okay, so that means this attribute जो भी not null है मतलब null value नहीं दिखाना है. Okay, so not null, we get the actual data. That means we get that data. We get that data. Okay, and when we pass the only null value, it is not trying to execute it. So we get the H and Z. That means we get this data. So ये diagram के हिसाब से बहुत जल्दी समझ में आता है. So that's why I created this diagram. So we get that such a type of data. Okay, so in that section, the records are not matched. The records are not from the table A. The records are from the unique records from the table B. The unique records, C, H and Z. The entry of H and Z, the employee entries of H and Z are not available in registration. Can I say that these values are unique? So yes, you can say that these values are unique. Okay. So this is about the right outer join. Left outer join अगर समझ में आया है तो right outer join के लिए time नहीं लगता. Okay. Just I will quickly I will create two diagrams. So see, we have these two diagrams. So the first one is a left. And the right outer. These two that leaves we have table 1 and table 2. The left outer join, it will be focused on left side. Focus on left side. Okay. And then right outer join, it will focus on right outer join. This diagram briefly describes how it will be works. Okay. Or important. Whenever we use to where clause in that section, if you want to, or we can say that whenever you want unique values, then we get that such a type of unique. ऐसे हमें unique value मिलेगा. According to that, just you need to try. You can create your diagrams. You can mention in your internship report. The more important thing, internship report is required. Okay, I will check each and every internship. Still, we have some days. We can say that 4 to 5 days complete the internship. Don't worry about that. I will complete each and every. From tomorrow onwards, joins are completed. From for tomorrow onwards, we will discuss about the code operation: insert, update, delete, constraint, foreign key, primary key. We will revise one more time. And after that, get completion of these operations. After that, we'll start the how we connect our Python with Postgres SQL. Some of students also know that how will connect, but still a bunch of students don't know about how we'll connect that DB to Python. Okay, so we'll learn about that, and after that we'll close the session. Okay. So this is about what? This is about the joins, and hope so you will get the detailed idea regarding the joins. Now one more thing is the remaining union thing. Just I will quickly revise that, and after that we'll close today's session. So before that, just I would ask, does anyone have a query regarding the left join, left outer join and right outer join? If yes, let me know quickly. That this a company, and in that company they provide the cell executives names along with their quarterly sell amount. Now we need to discuss about the union. Okay, so it's very interesting option is available. So assume that you have a right name. Shortcut I will use amount. Quarter one info. Okay, cell info. I will do what? I will create quarter two cell info also. Here I will write what? Thank you. And I put in count. The name of employee, you can say that. They reviewed $100 sell in the quarter one and created $200 quarter sell. Okay. So, well, in the quarter, the name was will same as B. Quarter two, we sell near about $250. Now, I want to use a union. Majorly, union is used to gather or to concatenate the result. Okay, majorly, okay, but we all know that the rule of union, okay, it will remove the duplicates. This is also most important feature of union. Okay, so if you want to union the value, that means retrieve the value by using the union, you will get a unique value. So for that, we'll discuss about that. Later on, we'll discuss about inventories. Now, just I want to retrieve that information. What should I do? I will use union inside. Use union. So just I will write a query over here and just check out. So that will select from. I will use only table name as a Q1 right now. Okay, Q1 underscore cell. And here I will use union. Use union, and after that I will use again one more query. Select all. Is mine. So whenever we execute that query, we get the common result. Okay, in that section, Ravi 100, Priya 200, and on the bottom of that Priya, again we get the Ravi 250 and Priya 450. That means that's why we use the union. इसकी वजह से हम क्या करते हैं? Just my the data idea regarding that. You did that, so that's why I will show you. So union. See, the union operator used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. Two or more select statements. So assume that this one is quarter cell, Ravi Priya is there, Ravi Priya is there. So $100 cell, $200 cell, $200 cell, $400. Now to combine that. So that's why I will use select all from quarter one cell, union select all from quarter two cell, and we get the result as C. Get this result. This is about what? Union. And if you want to do that practical, so that just I will show you. I will do it on existing data, and if you want to perform same operation, then you can do that. Okay. First, I will remove it. Select all from the regi, and here I will use a keyword called as union. See, here. Retrieve that. Select. And we execute that. See, we get the data. A, E, C, H, D, Z, B, B, and D. Retrieve the names only. We can retrieve the names. name attribute, we need to specify the names. Select all, instead of that all, here we need to specify the name, and also here we need to specify. These are the two queries, make a note of that. See how union operation will perform. So does we get double B? Does we get double B? Does we get double D? No. We get A, B, or we can use previous concept also, order by. Have you heard about that? Name is A. If the ascending order data by default it is ascending. If you want to use descending, then we can use. So A, B, C, D, E, H, Z. Okay. So these are the 5 entries from table 1. Okay. And the table 2 entries B and D, H, Z. So make a note of that. Union operation. Union operation की वजह से ये क्या है? Duplicate values are removed. Make a note of that. Okay. So it will be at right because ये name attribute directly लिया है, इसकी वजह से duplicate values remove हुए हैं. Otherwise नहीं. Get the 1 ID, 2 ID, 3 ID, 4 ID, 2 ID, 5 ID, 3 ID, 4 ID. So in that case, we get double B and double D. Get the double B and double D. Okay, so because see, we are retrieving the data from table. Okay, we are retrieving the data from the table, ID and name. So that's why here union will not work on a particular table. Union will work on a particular column. Okay, so it will work on the particular column. Okay, so that means see यूनियन अगर मैं यहाँ लेता हूँ तो ऑपरेशन के अंदर डबल बी एंड डबल डी नहीं है. So like that we can do the operations. So but just make a note of that why we use a union. So this will ask a question into the interview why we use the union operator. So in that case we need to specify that union operator used to combine the result of 2 or more select statements. So you need to specify that. Okay, so this is about the today's lecture and we completed the join operation. Now day after tomorrow we'll discuss about the CRUD operations. In that we'll discuss about insert, update, delete. We'll focus on that. That means if you have a table, we'll create a table and we already did in last session by creating the table, but still we will discuss about the data types, what are the different kinds of data types are available, how will you in PostgreSQL, and how will insert the value, how will update the value. Okay, some case assume that one scenario. So if we have an employee having name XYZ and he changed his address. Okay, for example, earlier he reside at XYZ PQR Nagar, and after that he need to change element or change the another address. Okay, so in that case, we did not delete the information of that employee, just will update the address, or even we can say that we can change the mobile number also. So certain my mobile was lost and we say I lost my mobile number also. So for that I bring a new mobile number and a mobile handset. After that I will update my mobile number. So for that, so assume that your employees left from your company and you want to delete that record, so you can delete that. If you want to select like that, alter karna hai, select karna hai, insert karna hai, you can do any operation. So tomorrow onwards we'll discuss about that. So for that, does you have any query or should we close the session? So just do